guys, and welcome back to episode 16. Can't believe it's episode 16
I know.
of Mind Over Muscle. And I'm so excited today. Lou's excited too, aren't you, Lou? Because we have an incredible guest on, and I've been chasing this girl for a while. So we have Tayla on, the lovely Tayla Hunter, who owns our own coaching company, as we'd call it, called OneWolf. And I think the reason I really wanted to get you on is because I personally think you're an inspiration just from your background with regards to, we'll obviously get into it, but how you're someone that did come from a background of like eating disorders, totally turned your life around, went into competitive bodybuilding, coaches other girls, and you don't see that much.
Yep.
It's something I've always spoke about it because it tends to be people with eating disorders tend to struggle to come back for that, whereas like I'm also a success story that way, and I just really wanted to get someone else on and talk about all this stuff. So it's so good to have you.
Thanks for having me. I'm nervous. My first podcast in the way, I'm a bit rusty.
No, not at all. So could you tell us just a wee bit of background about you and your story, and we'll kind of just take it from there?
So from a coaching perspective or an athlete perspective or a mix?
So start from the beginning. Start from...
Were we born? Start from where you were born.
So I was born in 1993, 10th of December at the Urban Central. No kidding. Right.
Yeah. So even if you tell us from like, what got you
like
into fitness? Like,
and...
did you get into coaching because you recovered from eating? Like, how did all that begin?
Yeah, so I'll run it back from basically how I've ended up basically here, I suppose.
Yeah.
So when I was younger... I've always been fucking... Can I swear?
Of course you can.
Right,
we swear literally.
So I know I've always been fucking wired to a Mars bar, right? I know something's not always been right in my own brain when I was younger. So basically running it back from when I started to feel a wee bit uncomfortable in my body. I can't pinpoint the first time, but I remember like this significant point when I was on holiday, right? And I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I was taking fucking mental breakdowns because my mum never packed enough tankinis for me. That's when I knew something's no right. Like at that age, you don't think it's weird, but looking back, I'm like 7 or 8. That's weird.
That's wrong, aye. Yeah.
So I don't know where it stemmed from specifically, but over the years, it started to get progressively worse. The way disordered eating, starving myself, body dysmorphia, and I was back in the first time I went to doctors. I must have been just before I turned 9. My mum was like, "What the fuck? Something's not right here. Like she's not eating." So went to the doctors, and this went on for probably 11 years back and forth to the doctors. And this is a fucking crazy story, by the way, right? And people are probably going to listen to this and think that doesn't sound real, but this is fucking real, right? So you go to the doctors back and forth, and they're like, eating disorder clinic, so on and so forth. But see, when you're so fried in the brain, right, you don't believe that you're worthy to go to an eating disorder clinic because you're too fat.
Yeah, I get that.
So you're going to go into an eating disorder clinic, and people are going to laugh at you and say, she doesn't deserve to be here.
She's not thin enough.
Exactly, right? So these wee things are going on in my brain. So I'm refusing a lot of help. I'm coming back and forth to doctors, talking about scale weight, I'm obsessed, so on and so forth, starving myself. The last time I went to the doctors, I was 18 or 19, and the doctor said to me at that point, right, this has been going on for a long time. I want you to weigh yourself when you come out of here, come back in 4 weeks' time, let me know what your weight is, and we'll see that it's not changed. I'm like, but you're not understanding how this is processing in my brain. The second thing he said to me was, have you ever thought about maybe having a baby to try and take your mind away from it?
Shut up.
And I sat there.
18?
And I was like, I don't think I'm going to get the help here that I need.
No.
So that's when essentially I was like, I could actually get thinking about it because I'm like, I feel sad for that wee lassie.
Aye.
Because I lost a lot of years.
Yeah.
By just being so obsessed with the smallest version of myself. So when I turned 18, that's when I was like, you can't live like this anymore. Like, you can't do this anymore. So that's when I started to become obsessed about learning about the female body, learning about nutrition, learning about training, understanding how can I actually help myself and how can I not fear food anymore. And then it kind of spiralled because I've got quite an obsessive personality, very obsessive. And then it spiralled into me going to the gym, me then competing in CrossFit, me doing bodybuilding, me being a coach. And that's how I got to this point now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense because I always find, see people with addictions, they are really, it's terrible to say, see when they lock in something, they're really good at it because it becomes obsessive.
Oh.
Like it does become, yeah. So I totally get that. So with regards to like, where was the shift for you then? Because obviously like right now, you are going through a big growth phase. And I'm going to guess, right, because young Nick back then in a growth phase would have had a freak out. I'd be like, excuse me, my weight has to come up. Absolutely not. When was that shift for you where it went from I'm obsessed with being thin to I'm actually okay with this, I'll eat? Because you're on a good amount of calories in that now, aren't you?
So I'm on like 4,200 or something like that.
The dream.
It's not.
I
It's
was gonna say,
not.
no, it's not. I think I got to like 3 and 8 or 9 and that was brutal.
It's horrendous,
Aye.
to be honest. But
Especially
so
if you're small as well.
I know I'm only like
you're
5'1"
so
and a
petite,
half.
Yeah.
So basically, when I started doing like going to the gym, I was still starving myself. When I started CrossFit, I was still starving myself at that point. CrossFit's a very, very competitive sport. You're in that sport with other individuals. I didn't like the thought of fucking losing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And I'm reading more about, okay, if you feel your body, you're stronger, you're fitter, you're faster. And I'm like, and it's fucking hard to try to trust yourself to be in that position of, let's just trust myself. If I eat a wee bit, and don't get me wrong, I'm still talking about I'm eating 1,200 calories at this point in the day still.
God.
So I'm slowly allowing myself a bit more freedom. I'm like, oh, I've actually grown a wee bit of muscle. That's weird. That's never the goal. The goal's been to be, see how the girls now are like, I really want to grow my legs and my arse. See, I wish my fucking goal was that at that age.
Yeah.
Because I was, all I wanted was to be this tiniest version.
It was the waif look back then though, wasn't it?
The what?
The waif look where, like, because I said this, like, for me, when I was going through it, the look at the time was like Victoria Beckham. Whereas nowadays, everyone...
The heroin chic.
The heroin chic, pure. It was the waif look they called it back then. Whereas I'm buzzing that girls that come in the gym now are all like, I want a big arse.
Big bum.
Big
legs. Like, I want to be strong. And I'm like, yes, that's a good way to be. So I started kind of eating a wee touch more. I still wasn't feeling confident in it. But at that point, I'm like, it's fine, I'll burn it off in CrossFit.
Yeah, of course.
But as time got on and I was getting a wee bit stronger, I was like, you need to obsess with something else and switch this to if you can be a better athlete. And that's when I started going down the athlete route and I started to do really well in CrossFit. One time I remember I was doing the CrossFit Open and see when you ever done CrossFit before?
I'd love to say yeah.
We'll just make that the real for the thing. Like, just you're going to be ever done CrossFit before and then it's just like a barrel of hay goes across the room. Like.
I died doing just functional training, never mind CrossFit. Love the CrossFit documentaries though.
Oh, fucking amazing.
Oh my God, I look at these people.
Inspiring.
It's so inspiring. Could never do it. I would like die off. I could not do a handstand to save my life.
Yeah, well, I wasn't very good at them either, to be honest.
I can't even do a pull-up.
Oh, really? Oh,
I swear, and
you
I
can.
like to think
You
I'm
can.
quite
You can
strong.
do a pull-up.
You can.
I swear to God, I tried to do a pull-up the other day and I was like, okay, so this is embarrassing.
Fucking hell.
Like,
Today we're going to learn pull-ups. Somebody else in.
no. I'd love to think I was that kind of athlete. And I'm like, yeah, no.
No, it'll come. It will. You just keep practicing, man. It'll come, 100%. So, anyway, I was doing... competing at CrossFit and we have this thing in CrossFit called the Open.
Yeah.
So basically for the Open, you have to register online and then that means your name is there, your height's there, your weight's there.
Aye.
And I'm like, I cannot put my weight online. There's not a fucking chance because that was one of the big fears that I had.
Yeah.
And my coach was like, well, if you want to fucking compete in the Open, you need to put your fucking weight in. So I'm like, right down 56 kilos. I'm like,
Oh my God, it's teeny as well. Jesus.
And I remember, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, should I just lie? I'll lie.
Yeah.
So it makes me look lighter. And I'm like, no, just write it down. Guess what? Nothing bad happened. I wrote it down and I was fine. Nobody died. Anyway, so from that point, I started getting more competitive within CrossFit. I started to realise I'm actually quite strong. And then it kind of snowballed. I went and I competed in CrossFit, won my first CrossFit competition down in Manchester. Done that for a couple of years. And then from that point, I was moving into bodybuilding. But I didn't do an off-season before my first ever.
Oh, did you know
No,
it? You're
no.
joking?
No, so basically I went straight from CrossFit and being that performance-based athlete
Yeah.
to then going straight into a photo shoot cut.
Got you.
So
Right,
at that point, I felt comfortable enough to know that I'm not going to spiral if I drop body fat here, but I would like to test my limits again. I want to obsess about something else.
Yeah.
So then I went into the photo shoot prep, and the photo shoot prep lasted 20 weeks. I fucking loved it, learned so much about my body. And then from that point, I basically went straight from my photo shoot prep, took a 4-week break, and then went straight into a actual prep for a competition. Done that that season. That's when I had my first off season after that.
Right, okay.
And it was rough.
Was that?
Rough. And I think it's rough for anybody who's not had eating issues in the past
Yeah.
or body dysmorphia in the past. But I just kept saying to myself, if you want to be a good athlete, if you want to progress, if you want to make yourself proud, you need to push yourself out your comfort zones in this one. Luckily, then it started moving into lockdown. So from that point, I felt more comfortable that I could hide away from people. I think, I don't know honestly how I would have handled that first ever proper off season if I had to show up in the gym every single day. But as time went on and I started to realise like I'm not a fucking great athlete, I'm an average at best athlete, but I started to be so obsessed about it that you slowly start to put that into a performance-based sport rather than just a completely aesthetics-based sport.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's still some times where I'm like, I'll never ever go back to my old ways ever, because that door's shut and it's fucking bolted shut. But there's a couple of things like that. So for bras, for example, I don't have a bra. I won't wear a bra apart from a sports bra. That triggers me.
Oh, really? Like an underwire bra? Oh, right, okay. Why?
Not because I feel like it doesn't trigger me that I'm going to go back to my old ways, but it triggers me, and I remember how I used to feel, the tightness.
Got you.
Pants, they're always loose.
I thought you
Pant-
but you're right, don't wear pants.
No, I did for 3 years. I never wore pants.
Just pure commando.
Commando, commando. But then I never wore jeans for 12 years.
Right, okay. Oh,
Wee
cool.
tiny things.
Yeah.
I only started wearing jeans in 2024.
Wow.
When I met Jordan.
You're joking?
So there's the wee things that they're still a bit fucking unhinged.
Yeah.
But they'll never take me back.
No. But you're aware of them.
I'm also aware.
Yeah.
So everything's a sports bra and everything's loose pants.
Yeah.
Everything now that I wear jeans, I'm like, they're loose.
Yeah.
Because they're safe.
Yeah, I
Makes
totally
sense.
get that. Yeah. Because I've still got wee ticks that make me
Do
go,
you?
oh, let's not go there.
What tics do you have?
So I had really bad bulimia. And my thing with bulimia was I would eat and eat and eat to the point that I actually felt sick. So then I could be sick.
Yeah.
So see, even now when I'm eating, if I find myself getting a bit full, it's a pure trigger.
Yeah.
In the sense that I'll never allow myself to eat past I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's
Because
totally
it makes me go, oh no, we're not going, why would you overeat that? Now you're going to feel sick. And it's so weird. See, for someone that has bulimia, I actually hate being sick. See, if I'm just unwell and sick, I sit and cry.
But it'll probably also bring the fucking thoughts back.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that, like little things. Like I'm like you, that door's well shut.
Yeah.
Like I know I'd never go back there, but I do know that I've got that addictive personality. I'm also aware that, and I don't know if you feel this, I know I can diet because I know what it feels like to really restrict food if I wanted to. And that's like, be aware of that, Nick, as well. So it's like, yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
I think the empowering part now, though, is the fact that we have that ability to switch it on and switch it off whenever we want, whereas previously there was no control between that on and off switch.
Do you think as well with that, it's like, for me, I think that one of the huge things is knowledge is power. See, because you're so switched on to nutrition, hormones, our bodies, I would never allow myself to put myself through that again from a hormonal and just a health standpoint.
100%, totally agree.
So and this is my thing when we done the last podcast. Feel free to cry, by the way. I sobbed in the last one we done this. Like, I literally was talking about it sobbing. But yeah, for me, it's very much, I'll never allow myself to put my health at that risk because I know how much my health matters to me now. We said this in the car on the way over, didn't we? Like, your health is everything.
100%.
I want to be here for my kids. I want, like, so yeah.
I've always said, like, when I'm doing talks with my girls or I'm doing check-ins or whatever, and even when I'm setting a new client up, I'm like, education is the key to freedom.
100%.
Freedom within your body, freedom within your ability to understand what's happening with your body.
Absolutely.
And I think it's from that educational standpoint that probably fucking saved me.
Oh, totally. Same. Yeah.
Because you start to think logically rather than thinking emotionally all of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you would probably be the same. Like, see when you're going through that point of when your ED is at its height, your emotions, you really struggle to regulate them.
Yeah, totally.
Anything at that point will send you off.
Yeah.
Like, see, even when I'd moved out at this point, I was actually 21 at this point. My mum bought me at 21, I wouldn't say that I was fully all right at that point. But my mum bought me a pair of pyjamas for Christmas and they were a size 8. And she's buying me pyjamas because she's thinking, that's a lovely Christmas gift. She bought me them. I looked at it and I'm like, oh my God, size 8. My mum wants me to diet.
Aye. Yeah.
These are the things. And I'm like, right, I'm going to diet right now.
Yeah.
She wants me to be a size 8. They're the fucking things that go through your mind 100 times on a daily basis.
Yeah.
When you're feeling like that and everything's so emotional.
Yeah.
When you know from an educational standpoint, you can start to think a bit more logical and it's so freeing in your brain.
Yeah. It is true because, like, I don't know if it's also a female thing. Like, if if someone bought me pyjamas and they says, I know you like them baggy, so I got you in a size 14, for example, I'd be like, you think I'm a size 14? Do I look like a size 14? Even though it's ridiculous and you think, who gives a fuck? Like, there's people that are really tall and that are size 14 and don't look over. But you do go there. You automatically think these things.
Yeah.
Do you ever think these things, Lou, no? Because you're the only one you've never had an eating disorder or anything.
No, which is why, like, I don't know, like, I don't really, I suppose when you're talking about it, like, I'm not going to pipe up and say anything because I haven't.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever had is, like, after both photo shoots, like, a terrible relationship with food. It's not an eating disorder, definitely disordered eating.
Yeah.
Like, you know, standing in my kitchen and, like, eating fucking to the point of being sick and then, like, also doing it. Like, I still have it a little bit. It's weird, like you're saying, like, I think things don't leave you fully. Like,
yeah, they don't.
I always did that when David wasn't in. So, like, I would never have done it if he was in the house, you know what I mean? Because I would be, like, mortified. Like, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But if he wasn't there, like, I always remember if he'd be like, oh, I'm going out tonight, and I'd be like, the first thing about in my head would be like, fucking class, man.
Yeah,
like, what am I going to get? Like, or what
totally
food's in that cupboard? And then I'd be like, you're not doing it. And then, like, one thing and that would be you. And then I would like pure hide stuff away. Do you know what I mean? And that's still kind of catch myself sometimes a little bit being like, if he's gone out, I'm like, right, fucking, that's why, honestly why I don't sit down. I'm terrified to, like, do nothing because I feel like that's a thing for me as well, is, like, quiet time or sitting down and, like, having, like, nothing to do. Yeah. It's almost like my brain's not busy, so I'll just be like, what light? Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh, I'll just stay busy then. Just work all the time, work, and then, like, you'll never get it. But no, I've never had, like, any disorder. And, like, I think we said this last week, like, I'm not heavily influenced by anything. Yeah. Kind of don't care. Like,
yeah, that's a good
I don't really care what anybody else is doing. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm probably quite, I don't know why I've been lucky in that sense. Things like that, I'm not competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What anybody else is doing doesn't bother me. But I think, like we said last week, it's because if I'm looking at other females' physiques, I educationally know what they have to do to have that physique.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to do it.
Yeah. 100%.
So that doesn't bother me. Do you know, like, lassies will be like, like, they're just obsessed with looking like somebody or obsessed with, like, but I want that physique. And I'm like, but that takes that work. And, like, I think if you know, like you say, like, if you're educated enough to be like, that's what you need to do, but, like, well, fuck, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because you must come up against this as well. We were talking about managing expectations, right? So how many clients have you had that either want to do a photo shoot and compete and go, I want to look like that, and they're pointing to someone that's like an IFBB pro, or the girls get pure cap shoulders and all that, and goes, and this girl's been training a year, and you're kind of like, that's not going to happen, right? But they take that dead personally, and you're kind of like, But see that girl you're looking at, like someone like you, right? See if someone showed me your competing picture and says, I bet a little at her, and I'm like, do you know how long that girl's been training? Do you know the groundwork she's put in? Do you know, like, it's almost just, you must get that a lot, because, like, I don't prep, like, bodybuilders, and I do photo shoots, but you must get a lot of girls coming to you, Tayla, going, that's what I would look like.
Yeah. Even from, not even just from a competitive standpoint, but also for, like, lifestyle girls that are like, right, seen this person online and this is how I would like to look.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, okay, can we deep dive into this and actually, like, break this down? So, for example, this person who looks like this is selling their 8-week shred program, right? Oh. And is in a fucking banging neck all year round. And I'm like, do you know what? Amazing. I would also love to look like that all year round too. But here's the thing, right? And this is what I try and explain to my clients. See if you could see that person in a picture, right? And then also next to that, you look at their blood work. You can see their blood work. They've got a sluggish thyroid. They've got low testosterone. They don't have a cycle. Would you still want to invest into that physique? And then 100%. They're like, oh, maybe not. And I'm like, right, okay, so can we now be realistic?
I love that. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I did want Tayla on, because there are good coaches out there, but if you've got a coach that's telling you you can look like whatever celebrity you want to look like and they're not being honest with you, it's not good coaching. Like, you need someone that is going to manage your expectations and be dead honest with you and care about your health.
100%.
And that's one of the things that I love about you. You're so switched on when it comes to looking after your girls the most healthy way possible. That's good coaching. That's how it should be. So anybody listening to this that wants to go down the coaching route or whatever, like, make sure that your coach actually gives a shit about your health and not just, we'll get you as thin as possible.
100%. And I think as well, coming from obviously the background that I've had previously, then I had a turning point in my own athletic career. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, definitely. That's athletic, isn't it? Aye.
Well, competing career. So I had a turning point, and that's when I started to really focus on the health standpoint of women. So when I done my second off season, I ended up. Did you ever see the pictures of me where I was so overweight?
No.
Oh my God, my head was fucking fried. Going from that, I literally went from one extreme to the next, right?
Right, okay.
Basically what happened is I ended up with a different coach for this one specific off season. And they had said to me, you need to push up. And I'm trying to voice my concerns. I'm like, this is not okay. Like, I don't feel healthy. I don't feel good. Like, and at this point, I'm really struggling with my body image as well. So basically, long story short, I was 30 kilos above my stage weight at this point, right?
Right, okay.
And I was due to start a prep.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, yeah.
So I had basically said to the coach, I'm concerned that we are, approaching a prep and I've got 30 kilos to drop.
Yeah.
The coach was like, we'll manage it. It's fine. And I'm like, right, so I would want to do probably a 28-week prep to be able to get this off, because at that point it's still holding it like quite fine. Then they said, no, we do a 20-week prep. And I said, well, let's meet in the middle, we'll do 24. Bear in mind, I'm a coach at this point.
I was about to say, yeah.
Anyway, I start the process of the prep. They want me to lose 30 kilos in 24 weeks. It's not fucking happening, right? It gets to the point I dropped 17 kilos, but at that point, I was so fucked. So at the end, I didn't even get to finish the prep. So, because we had nowhere left to go. So I wasn't in stage condition. My calories were like 600 a day. And I was doing an hour and a half of cardio a day, and I was on a hell of a lot of lipolytics, right? So at that point, I'm like, I'm fucking out of here.
100%.
So I had to get my bloods done, right? And at that point, thyroid was fucked.
Aye.
Testosterone was in the fucking bin. And from there, I was like, right, I now need to recover.
Yeah.
So I had spent about 18 months, 2 years in that recovery process. And I really was so fucking excited to compete because I'd been invited to the Worlds and I wasn't able to do it because my health was in such a poor position. So I was like, I will never let my girls go through what I've been through. So that was the kind of turning point for me. Is like, right, this is where, yes, let's keep you fucking healthy.
Absolutely.
During this process, but yes, let's work on your dream physique.
Yeah.
But we have to understand that there's going to be a point where I'm going to say as a coach, we're no fucking doing that.
Yeah, good.
I was going to say, like, it's quite, do you know, I think there's a really fine line, like, because bodybuilding isn't healthy.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, we can all sit here and be like, you know, let's stay healthy, but it's not a fucking healthy sport.
No.
Like, nobody should be pendulum swinging up and down body weight like that. And it's not, I don't care how strong-minded you are, that's not going to create a good relationship with over time, surely. Like, if you constantly do these big pushes and pulls for years, do you know what I mean? Especially if you're competing year on, year out, like, that can't be good for anybody. So, like, there must be, don't know, what's your perception on, like, the fine line there between, like, let's be healthy, but in an unhealthy sport? Because do you not find that sometimes you need to sort of push some sort of boundary with that?
You do definitely need to push some sort of boundary, but you also need to be in the healthiest possible position to be starting a prep. So when you're in a prep, you need to make sure, number one, that you're not fucking overweight.
Aye.
Because that in itself is going to absolutely fry your health markers trying to get down to condition. You also need to make sure that you're getting your blood work done pretty regularly.
Yeah.
There's going to be points in that prep where we need to push hard, but we also pull back. When I'm going to have any girl on a prep, like, we actually have the conversation about, like, this is what can potentially happen on your prep. Like, I will keep you as healthy as I possibly can, but this is not a no risk sport. So we're in a position where, yes, you can lose your cycle. We're in a position where thyroid can get sluggish. If you want to be an assisted athlete, that's a whole fucking different ballgame.
Yeah.
And then it comes to the debate about, I'm going off tangent here, like, is a natural prep healthier than an assisted prep?
Yeah.
All of these things, and it's like, everybody's so person dependent, but in my opinion, to keep that athlete as healthy as they possibly can be, they need to be at a fantastic starting point to that prep itself, and make sure that it's not too short, and also that they don't have too much body fat to start with. That's how I would make sure that I keep them as healthy as I possibly could.
Because there is a big thing of, like, there's so much information out there, and there is, like, we all know, yes, if you want to build muscle, you need to be in some sort of calorie surplus, but I suppose there's a lot of debate now on, like, how big that surplus should be, because people do rip the piss out of that. You know, people do like oh, I'm just going to fucking gain hundreds of weight. And it's like, we're just going to make it so much harder for yourself on the other end. Like, that weight's going to have to come off. I think if we're going away from bodybuilding lifestyle, because there's probably quite a lot of lifestyle people would watch us over bodybuilders, I would imagine. Do you feel like girls need to push that far into a surplus? If you've got, like, a lifestyle client who wants to build muscle, you know, would you realistically be like, look, you'd be able to just commit the next 5-10 years of your life that you're going to just train in the gym and, like, build some muscle, rather than, like, doing this big sort of... I don't think women understand that, yes, you can go and build the muscle and be in a surplus, but to show the muscle, that has to come off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going there... If you're going to do a big surplus, there has to be a diet at another end of that. Yeah. And I don't think maybe that many women think about that. They just think, oh, well, to build muscle, I need to be in a surplus. Like, aye, but to show it, you need to take that off. Like, so I suppose for lifestyle clients, like, do you think they should... There may be not a right answer, this might be just, it depends, but take it a bit slower and just, like, don't go into these big crazy pushes and pulls? Or would you like, say, like, just do what you want, basically, if you want to do the big push and pull?
Yeah, so, well, so I'll touch quickly upon it, but even for my bodybuilding clients, I don't put them into big pushes. For lifestyle, certainly wouldn't be a big push. I don't think it's necessary. I think from a mental health aspect as well, from a body image aspect as well, like, there's no need to push your body weight so high. Like, we understand that more weight pushes more weight, but does that truly mean that you're building more muscle tissue? Like, I don't think that massive calorie surpluses are necessary to build muscle. So if I had a lifestyle client and was like, right, I really want to build muscle, like, and I'm like, right, okay, well, let's time this out, let's plan it, like, let's see how long this takes us to get from A to B. But as a coach, the way that I work is we start you off at maintenance, and I just want to understand how you respond.
Definitely.
See, from that point, I'm only adding another 20 gram of carb, and I'm holding that for probably a good period of time, and I'm just monitoring your training. If we see that training come down, right, another 20 gram of carb. And see the tiny, tiny, tiny pushes, that is far, far, far more beneficial than pushing, in my opinion, 200-300 calories into a female's diet in the 1 week. Yeah. So it's a very, very, very small push, because that means we can understand if the client does start to feel that wee touch uncomfortable, we put the pause on it, because we're not going to have to... It's not going to trickle into more in weeks going forward, because the surplus isn't going to be fucking huge.
No, it's definitely not.
It's just, at that point, it's a very slow, small, sustainable pushes until they feel maybe, Taylor, right, okay, we'll either hold this,
Yeah.
or if you want to, we'll pull back a wee touch for a couple of weeks, get you feeling fresher, and then from that point we can push on. But there's no need for a client to come on board with me and for me to gain 15 kilos of them on them as a
No.
lifestyle client is unnecessary.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of like on. Take yourself for example. If you're like 4,000 calories a day, you know,
Yeah.
I know I got to like 3,900 or something.
Yep.
Like, which is high for a female. You know, the highest
Yeah.
I've ever got a lassie client on my books is like 3,600 or 7. That Holly, like I don't know how. Like just weird genetic body. Don't know. But a lot of women that I coach are quite like not obsessed with that, but are like, I just want to get hundreds of food. And I'm like, and then they're like, but how does she get hundreds of food? And how does she get hundreds of food? And I think a lot of women get quite obsessed with, I just want to get, you know, there's a lot of bullshit on the internet where you'll see these lasses that will be like, how I, like 3,500 calorie a day eating, you know, but I'm like, you know, to be eating that, they're doing a lot. They're training a lot. They're fucking doing a lot of cardio. They're doing something, or they're a genetic freak.
Yeah.
Or they're assisted and they're not telling somebody. Like there's something else going on there. But I think like there definitely needs to be more transparency with that, because I think I do get a lot of females who are quite obsessed with wanting to eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's possible for most lasses to be on super high food.
Would you say that they were the clients that were maybe in their first couple of years of training, or they've been training for 8, 9, 10 years?
Nah, probably earlier on in their training that probably just need to learn.
Which is common. I think that's absolutely it's like I couldn't fucking eat that amount of food in the first couple of years of training.
Yeah.
No.
Now that I've been doing it for 8 or 9, 10 years and I've got more muscle mass, that's the only reason I can get away with that.
So just like more, it's just more about earning the right to
It's
do
earning
it.
that. It's earning the muscle mass to allow your body to actually maintain it at a high level of food. And in my opinion, to be honest,
Yeah, because I think a lot of the gen pop people don't realise that it's like a lot of them are afraid to put on muscle as well. A lot of them are like, oh, but I don't want, and I'm like, but see, the more muscle you have, the more food you can be afforded, because the more calories it needs to sustain that size. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're someone that is pretty much brand new to the gym, you're going to build muscle anyway. Like if you've never really lifted, the minute you start lifting, like you'll build it to a point. Like with us, it's probably, we need to push it a lot harder, but someone that's just new to the gym, it's going to work for them anyway. Straight away, they don't need, like you said, they don't need a massive influx of food.
No, they definitely
like,
don't.
at all. Definitely not.
No.
then it comes back to that point of comparison, doesn't it? It's like, well, that person's eating this amount of food, that's how much I want. Like, and you're like, exactly what you said, like they can be completely different situations. Like, what girls who work in Asda and do 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
And they need a hell of a lot more food than somebody sitting in a 9 to 5 desk
100%.
job.
Yeah.
So many different variables, but more food doesn't always equal more muscle. I
No.
fucking hate eating this amount of food.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I despise it.
Yeah. But if you look at you, and if someone had to say to me how many calories she on, because you're not heavy at all, obviously, in fact, you're really slim, and it's like, but she's earned the right to eat that amount of food because her body's
Over time.
like, that's the thing. Like, you worked for it and you have been working for it and you've built up to that. People don't realise it is, you need to build up to that.
And I think as well, like, what sometimes lifestyle clients can get confused with, like, if they see somebody, for example, who has a lot of muscle on Instagram, who's eating a lot of food, they might not realise as well that they have got two completely different pathways, that person has literally dedicated every single gram of food to the absolute T and built that up consistently for months and months and months. They've not had the off-plan meals. They've not had the treats.
Exactly.
Things like that. Whereas the lifestyle client, you need to be having the treats. You need to be having the
100%.
off-plan meals. You shouldn't eat like a fucking robot. These are like the wee things that maybe lifestyle clients don't 100% understand, that it's that consistency over time that's going to get you to that point of high food.
Yeah. But we talk about this a lot, isn't it? A lot of the time, and it's not in a cheeky way, like, people don't want to commit to that, right? So I had a client who, I did say I was going to say this, and she was very much like, always unhappy. And I'm like, what are you unhappy about? Like, talk to me, like, what is it, like, what is the outcome here? What is it you're wanting to achieve? Who do you want to be? What do you want to look like? What, right? So she started rhyming off all this stuff. And then I was like, look, you're saying you want to be like A, B, C, D, you want to look like this, you want to do it right. I says, but let's look at how you're living your current life, right? So it's almost like the blueprint of how you're living your life doesn't match up to the kind of life you want to live.
Yeah.
So if you're not acting in accordance with that, you're never going to get there. So it's like someone that's saying, I want to look like her, but I don't want to live that lifestyle. And it's like, well, you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
And that's what we talked about last time. Like people that look at all these athletes, like the CrossFit guys, and go, but I want to look like that in my photo shoot. And I'm like, do you realise she gets paid to look like that? Her life is training. Like literally her life is training. She gets sponsorships. She has to, like, you work 8 hours a day and do this and like, it's just not going to happen.
No.
And it is just about managing that expectation. Yep. It's the exact same with any result. Like we were talking about my client with IBS. And I said, look, there's one way we're going to fix this. We need to get in the low FODMAP diet. And every person that I've worked with that's got IBS goes, don't want to do that. That didn't work for me. And I'm like, well, how long did you do it last time? 2 weeks. And I'm like,
also probably didn't do low FODMAP because it's brutal. Like nobody does it properly, man.
But here's the thing, right? If you do it, it will work. The truth is, you don't want to do it. It's like the world now, and we talk about this a lot. It's always the easy option in it.
Aye.
Like even for people that aren't massively right, we'll just go with GLP-1s, and it's like you've not even tried. I like see all that. It totally kills me because I'm like, it shouldn't be this easy for you to be like, nah, I'll just take that route.
Yeah.
It's so unhealthy. It's not good for you. Like if you've got a goal, you have to live in accordance with that goal.
Yep.
And if you don't, that's cool. You're just not going to get the result.
And I know it's so cringe, but like genuinely to get things that you've never had, you need to do things you've never done.
100%.
Like the reason that you have your coach is because you're trying to aim for something that you've never had and you need that help.
Yeah.
So being open to these avenues.
Yeah.
Like if I was a client who my coach was saying, right, let's try this, I'd be like, I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
Let's fucking try this.
100%.
Like, there's so many fucking chapters in your fitness journey and in your life. Like, try something fucking new.
Yeah. People don't like
it.
the uncomfortable, though. They don't like to be uncomfortable. It was like I was speaking to someone the other day, and she was talking about, obviously, because I'm dieting now, and she's like, oh, you're not hungry? And I'm like, aye. It's like, what do you do for it? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just hungry. And she's like, like, so what do you do? Like, what takes the edge off? And I'm like, nothing. I'm hungry. You just deal with that. Like, I'm dieting, I'm meant to be hungry.
Just sit with it. Sit with it.
You need to just get on with it. I like make myself like a skinny tea or do it. Like, you just get on with it. Have a pint of water.
It just, feeds into the same thing again, but doesn't it, of the whole like just if you can get anything the morrow or the day, like why should you sit and feel hungry?
Yeah,
you know, it's just that life of like I don't want to be hungry.
Yeah,
like I need a fucking new phone case. I'll order it on Amazon. I'll get it, and like I can get it the night if I want it the night.
It's definitely too easy.
There are a million other things you could do right away. So people just like don't want to sit with the feeling of being hungry.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I think there's something. I'm quite proud to be in the old school of like I quite like working for things.
Aye, fucking
like
right.
there's a
100%.
big so, and I think
9%.
there's two camps. There's people that just are quite happy to coast along. They just want things tomorrow and they'll just live that life and that's fine. And there's people that take satisfaction in like grafting to get something. And I think like most people that are successful, you'll find are the people that take pride in like grafting.
100%. It should be hard.
I don't mind. I quite like doing something the hard way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so I'm like, oh, at least I fucking worked for it. Do you know what I mean?
It's that feeling of accomplishment.
Of course, like, I don't want to be handed something.
Yeah. But is it Tony Robbins that says the biggest failure in life is success without the feeling of accomplishment? And he goes, because everyone gets shit handed to them. Yeah. And he wonders why, and he says, it's no wonder why all these people that should be happy are committing suicide and that, because they're getting handed things or they're just getting things without that feeling of satisfaction of doing it and being proud of themselves and pushing through barriers. And it's true.
I think like in a perspective of people dieting or building muscle and having that patience, right? Yes, of course, the physique, that's that external, but I always encourage like my clients, like, you need to look internally here and understand what do you actually want to achieve internally out of 100%. This external transformation. And like they're like, don't really know, and I'm like, no, think about it and come back to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going through a diet with you just for the sake of you wanting to look good. It needs to mean something to you inside.
100%.
Like, oh, I want more discipline, or I want more self-respect, or I want to feel that I've achieved something that I never thought I'd achieved before. Like, internally, there needs to be a fucking drive there.
100%.
Rather than just being like, I just want to look good on the beach.
Yeah.
like, fuck we all do.
Yeah, because who cares? Aye, like, it's one of those things. Yeah, I totally get that, because it's like I said, I've said this to clients, like, you also need to love who you are, right? So it's like, you can have this goal of, I want to look like this, but if you're bashing yourself every day, it's like, how many times have you had a client where, and we've all done it, they've dropped hundreds of weight, and you're like amazing, and they're like, nah, I'm still this bit, and but what about this bit? And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, you look amazing, and that's what we talk about doing the work up here is more important, because it's not about the body. Let's be honest. No. It's like, there's obviously something you're unhappy with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That you also need to do the work on.
100%.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
It's wild.
I'd like to just to fucking derail the conversation. I'd
like
to anyway. Cool story anyway.
Okay, bye.
I'd like to pick your brain on a bit of female physiology, like mainly things like PCOS, endometriosis. Don't know if you've probably came across clients with Hashimoto's and stuff like that, I'm sure, before as well. Just like considerations that you would have for people that, I know there's no blanket answer here, so it's like a difficult thing to answer, but females that have, let's say, PCOS, endometriosis, Hashimoto's, the fucking list is endless. Like, do you have specific things these women should like think about diet-wise, lifestyle-wise, training-wise, that maybe they don't think about? You know, it's not just like eat less, move more.
Yeah, so I could do a full podcast.
Because obviously I know every one of them is individual, and then you need to take the person. So I know there's not going to be like a eat this. Like,
yeah.
So will we go through PCOS?
Right.
Yeah.
So right, first of all, if I would like, unless somebody is like a PCOS coach, I don't think that they should be like, hi guys, I'm looking for PCOS clients.
Yeah, totally.
I think first of all, from like a coaching standpoint, however, if you get a client that signs up with you and they say, hey, I have PCOS, from that point, right, okay, let's help the client. But I don't think actively we should be going out unless you're in that field, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if, for example, and oh my God, there's so many, I'm last. Where do I go first, right?
Get this girl a whiteboard.
Get me a whiteboard, man.
Yeah.
Right, so let's say, so PCOS, so we'll talk, so polycystic ovary syndrome.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to change that name because you don't actually need to have cysts in your ovaries.
No, you can have polycystic ovaries without having PCOS.
Which is fucking wild.
That is wild, yeah.
So basically, to get diagnosed with PCOS, you need to have 2 out of the 3 criteria for the Rotterdam. So you need to have either high androgen, you need to have cycles that are disruptive or they're not regular, and also fluid sacs or cysts in your ovaries. Yeah. So you need to 2 out of the 3 of them. The difficult thing with the NHS is actually being able to get that diagnosis within a decent period of time. So let's say, for example, a client came to me and they told me, right, I want to lose body fat. I have PCOS, I'm struggling, and I have irregular cycles. So basically, from a coaching perspective, I'm not going to go straight down the route of
Sorry.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. I was like, what is happening? No, that done.
So I'm not going to go straight down the route of PCOS, like guidelines for that person, for example, because we don't always need to. So let's say a client, they come to me that they need to lose body fat, they've got irregular cycles, their food's everywhere, here and everywhere. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a fucking balanced diet first and get you training into a good position first. We run that for a good 4 or 5 weeks, see if we see any improvement. Now, if we don't see any improvement with that client and they're still not dropping body fat, right, okay, from that point, let's start taking fasted blood glucose. Let's start to understand how your glucose levels, because at the end of the day, there's no point in starting to take a fasted blood glucose from a client who's just fresh in the door when you don't have an understanding of their food for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks.
100%.
So we need to run a fucking balanced diet first. So let's look at your blood glucose. And then let's start to track your cycle. So with PCOS, it's a metabolic condition and it's also a hormonal condition. So basically from that point, that's when they're getting the irregular cycles, and we need to make sure that cycles are coming back to place and also that the body's not in that insulin-resistant position. So let's say from a nutrition standpoint, we're looking at fasted blood glucose and it's fucking high. Right, okay, let's from that point try and reverse that, because we know that insulin resistance is also going to drive androgen, which then is going to have that knock-on effect on the cycle. So it's like a fucking catch-22.
Yeah.
So let's get that blood glucose, that fasted blood glucose down so your body has that ability to start regulating glucose a little bit better. So from a nutrition standpoint, what I would probably go down the route of, and it's not the same for everybody, but I don't believe that any women with PCOS should actually be carb-free.
No.
Because that in itself is going to drive cortisol. And we know cortisol is then going to have that down-regulation of your hormones itself, right? So from a carbohydrate standpoint, I would probably trial a mix of medium to lower GI carbohydrates.
Yeah, I was going to say that, the low GI, yeah.
So, and what I mean by lower GI is basically, so your blood glucose doesn't spike. So high GI, things like Haribo. Yeah.
Like
low
whole
cereal.
foods. We want like potato.
For
like,
low GI, So low GI, we're wanting like sweet potato, we're wanting brown rice, we're wanting whole wheat pasta.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got a high GI diet, like you're fucking eating Haribos and you're fucking eating shite and processed foods, you're going to have like these spikes within blood glucose itself. So first of all, we're going to have like a low GI diet, making sure that every single one of your meals has, yes, low GI, but also fat, also protein. If you're just running on just protein and low GI with no fat, you're again still having a quick absorption of your digesting that food. We want to be able to slow that down. So we'll start running that. Okay, if we don't see any improvement from that point, let's just remove the medium GI. Let's potentially trial gluten-free. And dairy-free, it's no a one-size-fits-all, but we know also PCOS is an inflammatory condition.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep inflammatory as low as we fucking possibly can in the body.
Yeah.
So we could potentially run that from a nutrition standpoint. Run that, start taking blood glucose. If we see that improvement with blood glucose, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If we don't see that way improvement, it might be potentially be, do we maybe need to go to the doctors and get metformin in place?
Yeah.
Which is going to help regulate your blood sugar. So that would be how we would run it from a nutrition standpoint. Mediterranean diet, basically, lower GI foods, making sure protein, fats, carbs are all within the meal, eating regularly meals over the course of the day, because women with PCOS, they do tend to struggle with fat loss.
Yeah.
They're probably starving themselves over the course of the day.
100%.
Then they're snacking at night time, they're having these peaks and troughs, and the energy's fucking in the bin.
Yeah.
So having regular meal timings, and then when it comes to sort of like that supplementation standpoint, again, what we're thinking about is keeping the inflammation as low as we can in the body. So if you're not getting like 2 portions of oily fish a week, you need to be getting omega-3s in. I think omegas though, even if you don't have PCOS.
Yeah, I think everyone should be taking an omega.
Yeah, because nobody's getting that in their diet. I don't think.
100%. And like, we obviously don't produce omega. We need to get it through fish, but like, it's going to help your joints, your hair, your nails, your bones,
100%.
inflammation, your hormone health. Like,
I find it weird when people don't take omegas.
So that-
I'm like,
it's
you
like-
don't take an omega every day?
but then you see when you have that burp,
Oh, it's horrendous.
The
well,
oily
I
fish.
take
Mine's
it.
just rice. I never get that.
Oh,
what?
See, I used to, but now I take them and then
I
have
also
breakfast straight
can't
away.
burp,
Okay, fair.
so
So that's my thing.
I can't burp.
You
Can't
sorry,
burp?
what?
Yeah, I can't. Like honestly,
Shut
like
up.
I like hands down, swear to God, on my mum's life,
You
like
can't burp.
ask any person that knows me, I actually physically can't burp.
Have you ever burped?
Like,
Seriously?
probably a few times in my life.
I could like force one right
So
now if I had to.
it's okay.
It's so weird.
What about when you drink a can of fizzy juice?
Yeah.
Don't burp.
No way.
Stop
It's so weird. Like honest, swear to God, like it's a pure running joke with my pals. Like I do this weird like fake burp thing, and it sounds like a wee frog. And maybe one will come up at some point, and like.
it swallow?
I've these like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, that's how I burp. It's so weird. I can't do like an actual burp.
That is so bizarre.
I can belch hard.
Yeah, I could if I had to.
But I've never had that omega thing. People say it all the time, that weird like.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
the
like,
omega,
no, I
that's what
haven't.
we're talking
Yeah,
about,
that's
wasn't it?
how-
not just burp.
No, I literally have to eat my breakfast. So my supplements are right next to my breakfast. So supplements, breakfast.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
don't get
like you're
that.
taking them on an empty stomach. Jesus Christ, man, that kills my stomach. By the way,
Yeah.
I feel like I need to eat and then.
I actually hate
Take
taking
things.
supplements. See the bulk.
So do I.
See swallowing that amount of tablets gives me
worst.
the absolute.
It's the worst part of the day.
But yeah, I do think nobody eats enough.
Yeah, they
Nobody's
definitely
eating the recommended amount, but they
I
don't
do
eat
agree.
supplement
I
No.
do agree.
unless
So
you're like a pescatarian that only eats fucking salmon.
No, I do agree. And it's fucking expensive. That's probably why people don't buy it either.
It's fucking expensive. Yeah.
So omega-3s would want that in there from an inflammation standpoint. Vitamin D, especially if you live in Scotland,
vitamin D.
you are going to be vitamin D deficient.
Definitely.
Myoinositol is a fantastic supplement when it comes to regulating your blood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your blood sugars and your hormonal health.
What if the person's not taking metformin? Would you still have them take that or not?
Take
the
myosinate? Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, So we could, supplements.
I know it's like one of the things I know. There's a lot of things
Supplements
you can
are
do before
like, I will focus on training and nutrition side of things first. And then when it comes to training, right, people are so like, don't do this for PCOS.
Don't do HIIT.
Don't do HIIT. Don't do this.
You're overtraining, Sandra, that's 49.
Like, see if you can stay active and you can enjoy doing that.
100%.
Stick with it.
100%.
Like, I do agree resistance training is going to be fucking superior, right?
Yeah.
For for PCOS. It is, right?
Yeah.
But then, I'm going to go down another fucking rabbit hole here.
Go down it, and we're right there,
like,
Alice. Go for it.
So they say don't do HIIT because it can drive cortisol.
Yeah.
But what we need to be thinking about here is, let's Sandra doesn't work. She's pretty chill, or she works a part-time job and it's a pretty chill job. Has she got a lot of stress in her life? No. Can she afford to do HIIT? Probably, aye. But whereas maybe you do have somebody with PCOS who runs a business, who is on their feet from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m, who's got 2 kids, who is also highly stressed.
That's why I don't do it. HIIT's
That's
not good for
why.
me. That's why.
That's why Nikki doesn't
Exactly
do
why.
HIIT. So they might not do HIIT because it might genuinely drive their cortisol up. But from a general training perspective, it's like, just fucking do what you enjoy. As long as you're staying active, I think that's the main priority.
Yeah, because you tend to find, and not in a disrespectful way, a lot of these people that have this probably don't do that much anyway. And you're kind of like, if it's going to make you move and get your weight down, absolutely.
I know, 100%.
Yeah.
And I do feel for these women that have PCOS because there's so much conflicting information out there.
Definitely.
But at the same time, is like, what I would stress to any client is it's genuinely not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
You need to do a trial and error. So, for example, one of my girls who does have PCOS, and I've worked with her for a long, long, long time, is we noticed that when she was in a highly stressed state, our cycle wasn't coming. So we were in a dieting phase at that point. So we then started to take the cardio out the week before her cycle was actually due. When we removed that cardio completely and put her on a deload for the week before she was actually due her period actually came.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And the thing is, you're not going to know that until you work with a coach for probably a long time and you do a lot of trial and error.
Definitely.
And these are the things that people just need to be consistent with and trying. So it's not a one size fits all. And then I also had, and I had a girl years ago now who had PCOS, has PCOS, and she was a bodybuilder. And so she had a high level, natural bodybuilder, she had a high level of testosterone in her body, therefore she actually had more muscle mass. So, but she had inconsistent periods. Now, she went to the doctors to speak about IVF. The doctor then done, obviously, her BMI.
Oh, God.
BMI came back that she was obese,
Of course.
therefore had to lose weight for her to qualify for IVF. Whereas this girl, she's got a natural level of higher testosterone. She's going to have more muscle. She's trained for years and years and years. And this is where I think the NHS lets women down with PCOS. Is because there's not enough research. See me right now, my BMI says I'm obese.
Oh, remember when I was going for my knee surgery, I had to go and I stepped on the scale and I just remember the wee nurse's poor face and she's like this and she looked at me and I went, "You better tell me I'm fat." And she was like, "I mean, obviously you're not." And I was like, "I know." And she's like, "Oh, we just don't take into account weight." And I'm like muscle mass. And I'm like, "Why?"
I thought they were getting rid of BMI.
Oh, they should. I don't know. They absolutely should.
It's so outdated.
It's very obvious if someone walks in overweight, really soft with a lot of fat. You're like, BMI, right? Someone like you walks in or something. Come on. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
But then it goes back to that whole fucking eating disorder thing, and this is the thing that encourages women to then
Of
fucking
course
freak
it
the
is.
fuck out.
That would have sent me over the edge back years ago.
100%.
Yeah, of course it would.
So things like that, and there's not enough research in women's health. like most of the studies are done with male rats,
Yeah, they
or
are.
done with male patients. Like
Yeah.
there's such little funding that goes into women, and which makes it extremely difficult for women to actually understand like the next steps, like things like endometriosis. It takes 8 years on average to get a fucking diagnosis.
Yeah, it's
and you
disgraceful.
actually have to go for a surgery
Yeah.
to actually get that tissue
Yeah.
removed from your body to get it tested
I know.
to then get diagnosed with endo. But surely now we're in a position, we're in 2026.
Yeah.
Surely there is another way for somebody to get diagnosed with endometriosis
Yeah.
without actually having to physically cut them open.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And to have to fight, I don't know about you, but any clients I've had I've had to, I mean, how hard is it, right? I'm self-employed. See, you phone your doctor and get an appointment. Fucking
That's
nightmare,
mad.
right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you do it if you work 9 to 5? I actually don't understand when you're meant to go and what you're meant
Yeah.
to do, right? But how hard you need to fight to even like see a doctor, how many times you need to see a doctor, referrals, blah, blah. It's years into it. It's like, and it's constant pushing.
Yeah.
But
See,
that's never, I mean, I don't know why we're born talking about this, and that's not going to change.
No, it won't
And
change.
like, but
this is where I'm going to get shot for saying this. I would do away with NHS and have everyone
well,
on private
it
healthcare.
won't be here for long. We'll be all right.
Would you do
Hundred- I'll tell you
Do you
why.
think it'll
So
be here?
The NHS?
It's
NHS will not be here for
absolutely
longer than 10 years.
put it this way, right? So
I've said it here
I've
for-
I'm
got
moving to
pri-
Dubai.
There's
I've
no
got-
way the NHS will last longer than 10 years.
No,
I'm out
and
here.
it's so crippled. But do you know, when I was talking to one of my clients who is a nurse, she's married to a doctor, and they were talking about it, and I said, look, I'll be honest, I've got private healthcare, right? So see Bupa, see if I need a doctor, I don't even phone my doctors. I can phone up Bupa and go, can I book on with one of your doctors? And they'll get me a Zoom call with a doctor within 20
Really?
minutes. They're
It's not
the
even
most,
that expensive.
like, I'm like £100 a month, but I go for the top. I've got the kids and
You
I
go for
turn
the
on
creme
it.
de la creme
Because I'm like,
service.
All right,
see when
Nikki.
it's your health though. Aye, we'll put it this way, knee surgery. Went for the NHS. Oh, you could be on the waiting list for 5 years. Phoned up Bupa and they're like, we can get you in 2 weeks.
That's
It's-
mental.
And again, it's like, when I was speaking to her about it, she was talking about the NHS and saying stuff like, see if everyone went private, there'd be more money. And let's be honest, if it's like your car insurance, if you're not going to waste time going up A&E for something stupid,
I know.
if you know it's going to affect.
Yep.
Yeah, right? So it means that there's going to be way less waiting times for people that are actually get serious issues. Doctors will get paid more, so you'll have more people in the industry. Whereas now it's like, how many times have you gone up A&E and you walk in and you're like, why the fuck are you lot here? What are you sitting there for? Like, it's, I've got a sore finger. Would you be doing that if you knew it's going to affect your
No.
insurance every year?
No, you're so right.
So I'm not against the NHS in the sense that I think see for like the poor wee old dears or kids and that, totally, or if you're genuinely really unwell,
It is
you've
amazing.
got like
It is
MS
amazing.
or
Like,
you've
I'm
got...
nobody's slating it. I'm not sitting here saying
No,
NHS is a bag of shite.
absolutely not. But it's more for the
it's
people
on
that
it-
rip
it
the
is on its arse.
Aye, it's the people that rip the arse and that just
Yeah.
go straight up A&E because they've got a sore belly, and it's like, go fucking home and take a painkiller.
I'm telling you now, I bet you there's already the government, there'll be plans in place right now for like an exit strategy for the NHS.
I think there is.
100%.
Yeah, from what she was telling me, there's been a lot of talk about it, and I was like,
If anybody watches this
I'm
that
not
knows,
surprised.
tell me.
yeah.
I know.
All these people that
Slide
work
into
dead high up in
everything.
the NHS that watch this podcast.
Yeah, but it makes sense though, because like I said, with private healthcare, that isn't actually that expensive. If I needed a doctor right now, I can phone Bupa right now, and they'll say, right, we can get you a Zoom call with whoever, and I'm like, suits me.
100%.
But it is a crying shame that I mean, the world is shite for women anyway. But like, how hard it is to like get diagnosed with something. It's just it is a joke.
It takes
It's
years.
so, and most women, to be honest with you, probably just live undiagnosed because like
100%.
I think honestly, I would live undiagnosed. I don't have the time to be phoning all the
See,
doctors.
see, even like, so see if I've got a client, right, and they have, so I'm very on it with my girls in regards to when is your cycle due?
Yeah.
And I've got my notes for every single cycle. So I'm like, cycle's not here, what's happening? Let's say a client does come to me and just says, I don't have a consistent cycle. And I mean, a cycle can last anywhere between, 21 to 35 days, right?
Yeah.
That's normal for a person. So if I'm saying, right, you've not got a cycle, there's something internally going on, I don't know the reason, but you need to understand and investigate. So I'll say, go to your doctors. You need to
100%.
go to your fucking doctors,
Yeah.
get your blood panel done and understand what's happening. And I cannot, honestly, remember how many fucking times, because it's been so many, I send these, and do you know how many women now have inconsistent periods, by the way? It's
Oh,
fucking
it's frightening.
madness, right?
That is frightening now.
So I'll send my girls to the GP, get your bloods done and tell them the reason why you're getting your bloods done. They do the blood panel and they fucking test what your electrolytes and they test your white blood cells, your red blood cells. Nothing to do with your hormonal panel. And I'm like, so they're like, oh, hi, Tayla. So they said my bloods were satisfactory.
Yeah, it's always the same.
And I'm like, can you send me a quick picture of that?
Yeah.
The thing is, they don't understand what they're looking for.
No, they don't. No.
So I'm like, right, you need to go back and you need another blood test. And
also, the ranges, NHS ranges are mental as well, because when I've done mine, I'll just do mine through Medichecks because it's easier. Same. But like, and they'll obviously show you where you are on the range, and I always say it to clients as well. I'm like, see if you say to your doctor, can I see them? And they say no. Like, fuck, it's your fucking blood.
Yeah,
like,
they do a lot.
They're like, no, I'm like, what? Sorry, but I'm like, you need to remember, because you're right, women don't know that. There's a range. The NHS gives you a range, right? And if you're on that range, you're normal, right? But you could be, I've been a fucking ball hair off the range.
Yeah.
But to the NHS, it's normal.
It's normal. But if you went to America, though, their range is
but it's not normal,
no,
is it? If I, like, give me 2 points and I'm off it.
Yeah. And it's so true. But again, I think this comes down to knowledge, because yous will be the same. Like, see how many women, if you took on and you asked them about even just regularly going to the toilet, and they'll go, I maybe put twice a week, but I've always been like that. And I'm like, but that's not normal. Like, my thing is, right, excuse me to sound graphic, if you're not pooping, bleeding and horny, you need to look at your hormones.
I like that one.
Like, and I say this all the time, I'm like, if you ain't pooping, you ain't bleeding, you ain't horny, you need to have a wee look at your hormones.
I'm going to steal that.
It's so true though, isn't it?
That should be your tagline, Nikki.
I'm going to get that in a t-shirt, actually.
I poop a pee and I'm horny.
Aye, but it's so true. Like, all those are main hormonal functional things, and if they're not working, but they go, oh, but that's normal for me. But that's not normal. But it's not normal. But again,
they're sometimes some of the best things you'll get as well. Like, see, like, women. I had a client who came to me that had, like, didn't shit, right? And I was like, that is not normal. And she's like, I've just always been like that. And then, like, a year down the line, she's like, regularly goes to the toilet, and I'm like, that's life changing. That's more life changing than losing weight. Right?
Oh yeah.
Because if you, like, how do you feel when you don't ever go to the toilet? Well, I don't know how that feels, but like, what I can imagine if you don't go to the toilet for a week, 2 weeks, it must feel horrendous.
Oh my God!
Surely you going to the toilet every day must be like life changing.
Aye,
like
that's
100%.
the thing. Yeah, and it is like. But again, see if you've always lived your life that way and you didn't know any different.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Exactly.
This is why I say, like, knowledge is power, and this is why women should, like, every single one of us is the same. Any woman that leaves us now knows how to track her cycle, now knows that she's in the luteal phase, now knows that this is what's happening, now knows I'm a basket case this week, so I'm in my luteal phase, and it's not just, you're not a cycle, like, calm down. See what you're feeling right now. It's a very big hormonal shift. The minute they understand that, it's like a big weight's lifted. It's like they understand what's happening with their body, but no one's educated on it. Exactly. That's frightening.
This is like, see, at school, we fucking learn about what the fucking Pythagoras or something.
When was the last time you ever used that?
Like, and I'm like, I want to first of all know at school how to fucking pay a mortgage.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
And I want to know that, no, it's no 5 fruit and veg. It's actually, you need to understand nutrition. You also need to understand exercise, PE,
100%.
and 5 fruit and veg. And the fucking Pythagoras. Is it Pythagoras?
There is Pythagoras. There's also...
It's not
like,
enough.
Speed, distance, time. Why do I need to know that? I don't care. See, as long as I get there in time, who cares?
I put it into Google Maps.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
When you're learning about your period, I think it's so important. But then you'll speak to doctors, which I've spoken to many doctors in the past, and they'll say, we're not actually, we don't, in our course, we don't learn about nutrition.
They don't.
We don't learn about the actual female cycle itself unless you go into endocrinology. Yeah. So they don't have that. And I'm like, whoa, there is a market.
Yeah.
There is a market that needs to be tapped into by nutritional experts alongside doctors. They need to fucking team up and they change the fucking world.
That's what we need to do.
But
that's our new job,
ladies.
I suppose,
like, good coaches do fill some of those gaps because
100%.
Like, we do invest a lot of our time.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we're not all just sitting fucking on like Netflix and YouTube, like in between check-ins. Like, actually
really
doing like a bit of work.
Wish.
I know, like, oh, it must be a brilliant life. Like, it's fucking brilliant. But like, actually sitting research and stuff, like, good coaches do plug that. Mark, I think you said that before. Like, you're the gap between like somebody and like a doctor or whatever. But the good coaches, I'd like to think, us like fill that gap of like.
100%.
You know, I'm not a qualified nutritionist, but you know, I do my fucking homework. Same with like
Yeah.
female physiology and all, like you guys will as well. And like I kind of see that as my job when I take on women is like you're trying to give them, like you say, every bit of knowledge that you can possibly give them, so that they can be like, oh, and not just be online like learning for fucking that wee Gymshark lassie that like hates herself.
That's the thing. I think people get mixed up with coaches as well because a lot of people, like general pop people who've never done it before, think, oh, I'm going to come to you and you're going to get me in shape in 12 weeks and then I'm going to go on my merry way. And I'm like, no. I've had girls for years. And it's like, when they leave me, they know exactly what's going on with their cycle, what's going on with their hormones. They know they can walk into any gym and train. The weight isn't a yo-yo and all over the place. Like, it's not just about a kick up the arse, it's about changing your life.
100%, totally agree.
And
education.
100%.
Always education. And you can educate yourself. You don't like if you find the right avenues to do so. Like all the information is out there. Like it's just picking and choosing, I suppose, what's right and what's wrong in a sense, I suppose. That's kind of obviously why we started this podcast, because we wanted it to be a little bit like, cut the bullshit. Yeah, because there is a lot of bullshit out there, and coming from, this is why it's difficult, coming from people who look like they know what they're talking about. Yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't you listen to that lassie that's in great shape but does it for a living? Yeah. Like, what's the if somebody just goes online and sees us three and then three other lassies that are talking bullshit, what's to differentiate? Us, really? They don't know the difference. Yeah, it's so true. Is she talking shite or is she talking shite? Are we talking shite? Yep. People don't really know. Yep. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I suppose, like,
just building relationships over time with people and putting your brand, business, people put their trust in you, and that's essentially how you build that rapport within the industry itself, innit? Yeah.
And having a actual reason. If somebody tells you to do something, they can't tell you a reason why, red flag.
100%.
Yes.
I mean, if somebody's like,
100%.
go and do that, and you're like, how come? They're like, stay.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
I think as well, right, and that may be going off topic a wee bit, this industry is based upon looking good.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
But there is a lot of coaches out there that they can, I honestly believe that any coach can get you looking good. I fucking believe any coach can. It's fucking easy work. Right?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you should be in a position to diet a woman down to low levels of body fat if you don't even know what a follicular phase is.
100%.
If you do not know your job as a coach isn't to change hormones. It's not, right? That is not our jobs, and we shouldn't even try and say that. But our job is to understand the role and the function and what they actually do. And if somebody doesn't even understand the basic fucking fundamentals of a period, you shouldn't then be trying to diet your client to very, very low levels of body fat, because if you don't have the skills, the knowledge, the education to get that client cycle back, if you lose that in the process, you're a shite coach.
Absolutely.
And ruining somebody's life. It's like you're playing with people's lives. Like, this isn't a regulated industry. They can just do it and say they're a coach.
Terrifying.
And it is scary, because
that level 3.
People that fill in a consultation form, they probably don't ask to see somebody's credentials. They just like they look good, whatever. Yeah. But you are playing with people's lives. At the end of the day, you could ruin somebody's life, either physically, or just even like mentally. Saying the wrong thing to somebody, telling somebody they should get therapy, things like that are like ruin somebody's life.
That frightens me with this industry, right? So I'm one of these people where me and Ross were talking about this actually, and he was saying how it's mental how people pick a coach over just what they look like rather than their credentials, if they've done advanced learning, if they've done this and that. And see, for me, I'm not going to you unless I know you're, like, for example, so I'm doing Invisalign, right? And the reason I chose this dentist is because every time he's uploading, he's away learning somewhere, or he's speaking at a conference, or he's doing something, and I'm like, this guy knows his shit. Yeah. Like, that guy, like, you could go with the pure pretty boy with a big white smile, and it's like, hey, look at me in my yacht in Dubai, and I'm like, no, I want that guy.
Yeah.
See that guy that's in doing the work, and is travelling all over the world, lecturing and doing that. You're the one that's can touch my teeth, and
you can touch my teeth.
But it's the same with it's like girls that don't shoot me industry. They're going to come at me. Who cares? It's like girls that it's like, I'm going to get my Botox done. Yeah, I'm going to my pals to sit in our bedroom, and I'm like, excuse me. Some bird's done that 12-week course, and you're going to later stick a needle in your face. Are you mental? Like, I want to see the name doctor. right before you put it in my fucking face. I don't get how people don't think like this.
You're right. I think as well, if they're well networked and they have trust by other professionals within the industry as well, that's a massive sign of, right, okay.
They know what
This
they're
person knows
talking
what
about.
they're talking about. Because trust me, in this industry, if you're a shite coach, you've not got any good coach pals, to be honest, because nobody wants to be associated with you.
No, it's like, I'm going to pick her because she can twerk and she can do that fucking massive leg extension. You're like that. Right, aye. Good luck with that. Like, what else has she done?
Should we do some questions?
Yes.
Does MD want to go first?
Well, there was a certain gorgeous wee rated client of yours that is asked if she's your favourite client.
Morgan Wilson.
You have to say yeah. Right?
She's asking that. She actually texted me yesterday saying, hey, questions for the podcast game. Can I have another bagel? And I was like, no. No, you can't. Get back to work.
She looks so good.
She does look good, too. She was good.
Oh,
She was going to look
is.
good, wasn't she?
She's looking amazing. She's grafting, man. I'm proud of her.
Yeah. She's like, aye. Does
She's
well.
dropped hella body weight in quick time, man.
She looks
Aye,
amazing.
so she's about 12 kilo down the now, I think.
She looks fab.
So we've got another 8 weeks to the first show.
Amazing. I can't wait to see her in it.
Yeah, she'll look good, man.
She will, aye.
So it's good to know.
She definitely does.
I've got a question from Lassie, obviously. From a guy, I'm kidding. Who says, this is the first time I've read this. I would like to ask about how HRT affects training, weight and fat loss. It's a very broad question, isn't it?
So vague. Like what? So many variations of HRT as well.
Yeah.
Like you've got testosterone based only, you've got progesterone as well, you've got...
So she says basically she's eating a deficit. She's like eating protein. She feels she's going through all the motions and nothing's budging the way it used to. Which that's the key thing, isn't it? It probably won't budge the way it used to.
Yeah.
Like your body does change, but
Yeah.
So is she not dropping body fat?
I think she's just like probably like trying to lose body weight and it's just not happening.
What so many factors though.
She's
like
she's about my age. I know.
Right, okay.
Does that make? She's like late 30s.
So she's like late 30s, she's on HRT, she's trying to drop body fat and she's not seeing a change. I mean, again, we can go down the route of, do you need to get bloods done again to see how your thyroid's looking? Is that potentially sluggish? Because we know as well with a sluggish thyroid, you can be estrogen dominant. Are you on any sort of particular HRT? There's so many questions that I would ask from that point. But calorie deficit's a calorie deficit, isn't it?
I know.
If you're no seeing a change happening, either drop your food a wee touch lower, push your cardio up a wee touch higher. If you're not seeing any change, go and get bloods done, have a check of your thyroid.
I think the thing with HRT, what I've found the most is like, you said, it doesn't change anything. It's just it makes it harder. Like obviously, I mean, like in terms of if you're going through perimenopause, menopause, like the main consideration is it's just harder because obviously all your hormones are like obviously dropping and changing and whatever. I've found loads of times like you need to try a hell of a lot of variations of HRT before you find the one that works for you.
Yep.
I find most women like take a long time. Well, some of them don't. Some of them straight dead fast, but women I've worked with can take like a year, 2 years to find like the right thing, dosage.
100%. You took the words out of my mouth. Like I think you would need to at least be on that specific HRT for a long period of time to allow your body to settle in with that as well, because
it's
fuck it. We all know working with women that have been on HRT, it can be a fucking yo-yo of emotions as well, and that in itself can cause lack of sleep, shit digestion, feeling fried, having potential binging episodes, things like that. There's so many factors and variables, but yeah, like in my opinion, it's stick with the HRT that you've got. Change your variables around if need be. If you still don't see any progression with your physique, I always think always get your thyroid tested.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah.
It's literally like £42 on Medicheck. It's a finger prick. Like, and I think the thyroid function is like chef's kiss. That's your hub. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, aye.
So
Definitely.
I also find like this is quite a shite thing to say, but I'm going to say it.
Go on.
I also think I also think that it's you do get clients that don't always tell you the truth. Yeah, we've all had them. I have them, and it's. I'll always say to a woman like, get your thyroid checked, and like see if they're not willing to do that.
Yeah,
like fucking start telling me the truth then. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're not willing to go and if you were genuinely doing everything you could and your coach was like, you get your thyroid checked in, if you thought there was something actually stopping you, you'd be like, fuck it, fine, I'll go and get it checked. You're not willing to do that, you're probably kidding yourself in a wee bit.
Because if you're at that point, you're desperate, you're willing to try anything.
Absolutely.
I've actually done that with a few clients in the past, and let's get a thyroid checked. Another thing that I've done is let's check your fasted blood glucose. Because when people binge, they tend to binge at night time. And then from that point, you're waking up. I had a girl who told me she was completely unplanned. She woke up and her fasted blood glucose was 11.
Aye.
And I'm like,
no chance.
No chance.
What did you have last night? My phage. I'm like, with what? A slice of pizza? No. With what else? Yeah, I had a full Domino's. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
We can get somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's not you're trying to get. You're not trying to trick them.
No, of course you're not.
Of course.
But at the
And
same
that's
time,
what they're paying you
you're
for as
also
well.
fucking curious about what the fuck's actually happening here.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
We talk about that a lot in this. It's like there is a lot of shame and a lot of people are very scared to be judged. And I get it, you know, if you've got a coach, maybe looks like yourself, it's competed, it's brilliant physique, whatever, you know, you're maybe not going to be super open to being like, oh, I fucking was a big failure last night and ate a Domino's. You're going to be like, I had my yogurt. Of course you are, because you're embarrassed, aren't you? You don't want to turn around and be like, you don't know that person. They might go, you fucking idiot. Like, how dare you? Do you know what I mean? Which you're not going to do.
No.
Of course you're not.
But they think they're going to be shamed, like fucking Bella shamed, don't they? Like, so,
Fucking pitchfork.
like, at their door, like, but I do get it. But I think for me, sometimes if I know somebody's been a bit dishonest and I don't think there's anything else going on, I will say, like, get them tested.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like, oh.
Like, oh, shit, a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, actually, it's all right now.
2 kilos down next check-in.
I would just go check it. I'd be like, oh shit, check it. So
I'm a pure nosy bastard. I love getting my thyroid checked. I'm like, I just went and got another test like last week. I'm like, I just want to know that I'm all right all the time.
Oh, don't. What did I
You just
say to you
said
the
that,
way?
didn't you?
See, since I'm turning 40, I'm at this thing where I'm like, I'm going to go flat a full body MRI. I want to make sure everything... well, no, because I'll go down the rabbit hole of being obsessive and being like, what if I end up with this? Or what if I do it? Or what if they see something? Or what? And I'm like, just don't go down that
I really
route,
want a DEXA scan.
Yeah.
Do you know where's actually really good? And I've started getting bloods done, so I've stopped going to Medichecks.
Right.
And I'm going to go to Randox in Glasgow.
Oh,
right?
Randox are really good.
So they do this package, and it's like maybe £400. I don't know. It's anywhere between £350 and £420 maybe, right? £420. That's for 2 blood tests over the course of the year.
Right, okay.
And then you also pee in a cup as
Right.
well. So they're testing all of that, and they do far more markers than Medichecks do. They also do like you stand in like a wee scanner thing, and they measure the muscle mass that you have between each limb, things like that.
Wow.
And it's so like insightful. So I have to go back there in April, but if anybody's listening to this and wants to have a wee nosy about how things are, Randox, and I think it's called Every Woman or something like that, Every Woman Test or something.
Maybe I should do
It's
that
really
instead,
good.
Do they do? Do they have somebody talk through your results with you, or do you just get them away?
They send you all in a PDF, and they chat through it all, and they break each blood marker down in the PDF. The PDF's about 90 pages.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's quite detailed.
Right, okay.
It's really, really good. So if you are getting stuff done, thyroid.
Yeah.
Thyroid.
Definitely thyroid. Yeah.
Any? So I just derailed you. Any questions? Sorry.
One of mine was more... What was that? Yeah, one of the girls was wondering, like, have you ever turned away someone, like, that wanted to work with you due to, like, maybe, like, eating disorder or like, that kind of thing where you've thought, no, I can't work with you?
I've turned in a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. And not from a position of, I just don't want to work with you. It's like, if I get a gut feeling,
Yeah,
like...
totally.
So, before I work with MD, I'll go on a consultation call with them. Always, like, I'm no working with you unless we have a conversation first. And it takes a lot of time out of my week, but at the same time, if you're investing money, right, I need to make sure that we're a good fit.
Absolutely.
I'm not fucking desperate for clients. I need to be like, right, 100%, let's go, let's get plans out tomorrow. So, if you've got, for example, an eating disorder, I'm not working with you because you need special help for that. And it takes a toll. It would take a toll mentally on me and also on that person. Plus, I'm not fucking qualified.
No, it's too...
To be honest.
Yeah.
Also, if I've had people inquire with me before and booking a call, and I know that they're very, how do I say this politely, like mouthy, bring bad vibes, have arguments with people online, things like that. I don't want to be near you.
Yeah, I totally get that as well.
And I've worked far too long in therapy to protect my own peace. And I'm not willing to put myself in a vulnerable position that you then bring drama onto your page, then bring drama onto my page, and no.
Yeah,
so
totally get that.
There's been loads of times that I'm just like, look, we're just not the right fit. Like, but here is somebody who I think would be better for you, but it's not from like a position of, oh, I wouldn't work with you because you don't work hard enough. It's usually from like, does that make sense?
100%. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think it's mental. People don't do consultation calls.
I don't get that either.
It's weird. Imagine working with somebody and you've never spoke to them, like in person.
I don't get how you would create a plan for someone as well if you've not had a good chat with them.
A good chat.
It's quite interesting you just said that there. Obviously, you wouldn't. I mean, not. I wouldn't take on somebody with an eating disorder.
No,
you wouldn't.
No.
You had a coach and you had an eating disorder?
Not at the time.
So do you mean somebody who you would take on somebody who'd recovered from an eating disorder? You just wouldn't take somebody who was in an active eating disorder?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would need to have been recovered for a while.
Yeah.
A while.
I'd agree.
And would you say they need to be like recovered as in what is classed as recovered, like cleared by a doctor?
Yeah,
or, because people just say they've recovered.
Yeah. So with people who have had eating disorders, they will be as open as they feel comfortable doing. And if you poke and prod, sometimes that can get people's backs up. But if somebody says to me, like, basically what I'll say to them is, when did you have your eating disorder? Oh, 10 years ago. Right, okay. If they say to me it was last year, I'm going to be like, bit tight.
Yeah. I think as well, I can pick up on people that I think have issues straight away. It's like certain things they do and I'm like, red flag.
Yeah, because
I used to do that.
You've probably all taken on people who don't tell you, and then months down the line, you get an inkling and you figure out, and you're like,
it's like people that are overly obsessive. So like when I was doing my stories recently, obviously because I'm coaching my Andy, like the first 2 weeks in a deficit, swear to God, my kids was doing everything, and if then when I checked in, my weight either didn't shift or was up, and I was laughing about it because I'm like, okay then, no idea what's happening. For someone that was still in an active issue, that's like a huge spiral. That would be like me back in the day, would be like, oh my God, like what's happening? Like pure panic, going to revert to old habits that would get my weight down.
Yeah.
Whereas I would never think like that now because I know, just trust the process.
Yeah, it's
we're cool. It's fine.
No, I totally agree. But yeah, I think if someone's just fresh out of recovery, man. It's a bit. I'd say it as well. Like, just take some time to focus in working on yourself. And like, I don't take a lot of young girls on either. I think the youngest girl I have is 21, and I only have maybe two or three of them. Anything younger than that, if you want to work with me, I won't. I don't think that at that age you fully understand who you are.
Totally
as a
agree.
person, and if you want to have a PT, that's fantastic. If you want to have a coach, that's fantastic. But the way that I work and the style that I coach, I don't think that I would be the right person for them.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well.
If that makes sense. And like people, when they want to compete, and they've inquired me that I had a girl actually inquire me, and she was 17 to compete. And I said, sorry, I can't. Like, as much as you've got great potential,
totally,
I'm not the coach for you.
Why do you think someone at that age would want to compete? Because it's quite a... If you saw this before, so I've spoke to Ross about this before, and it's obviously been to loads and loads of shows because obviously Ross competes. And there's some girls that I've seen that when they're not on stage, they're really heavy, but they compete all the time. And in my head, I think, is this your way of getting lean all the time? It's almost like they need that they can't just be like maintenance.
Yeah.
They're either one extreme to the other.
To the next.
And it's like, he even said that he was kind of like, I feel like they don't really care about competing. It's more just about, I'm going to get dead lean. And they compete every year, so they look the same.
Yeah, so
all
they've
the time.
never been on and won like a British or a
Never.
Or
No,
a
no,
pro
no,
card or
never.
anything like that.
No, it's more like just every year I'm going to compete, and it's like, get really heavy, they get really slim, they get really heavy, and I'm kind of like, why are you doing this?
No. I think any good coach as well should turn around and say, stop
You're
getting,
just going to look the same.
give it a couple of years.
100%.
Especially for your health.
Yeah,
As we
100%.
spoke about, it's not fucking healthy.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get, because when someone said to me before, would you compete? And I'm like, no. And they're like, but why not? And I'm like, see, to be honest, I've got no inclination of ever wanting to win. So what's the point?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put my health at that point
That's
to get
fair.
up there just to say, oh, I've done it.
Yeah.
Whereas it's your passion now. Like, you've got a great chance of getting up there and doing it, and you'll be doing it with that hope in mind of, here, I could place it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I wouldn't even think that. I'd be up there shitting myself in my pants. Like,
But Jay, see, like, and that's the thing as well, when people want to compete, I'm like, you need to understand your why. Like,
that's what I
you
mean.
just totally
Yeah.
understand your why. And some people say, I just want to try it for one time, and I'm like, do you understand the health implications
This
of
is
just
what I'm
doing this for
saying.
one
Aye,
time?
so why bother? Right?
I think, see, as long as somebody's been a bodybuilder for fucking years and that's what
Yeah.
they've practiced and preached for a long time, and they're like, I'm just fucking ready for this. Like,
yeah, totally. Yeah.
let's go. But if they're just like, I just want to step on stage and see what happens. If you just want to see what happens, you don't really have the fucking drive
Yeah,
to, like,
and it's
really
it's
get
an
to
extreme ego too for that.
It's so extreme. It's so
Isn't it?
extreme.
Like, that's like
But I think-
photo shoot leans bad enough.
Photo shoot leans.
Never mind, did that.
That's a whole other fucking topic. But I think as well, for females, competing has a timeline and it has an end date and an expiry date. My expiry date is probably within the next year.
Yeah.
Because we as females, you can, of course, you can keep on going and going and going and going and going. But for me, health-wise, it's not worth
Yeah,
it to keep
especially
going.
if you want to settle down one day and do all that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And like, we want to
totally.
have a family, so I'm not willing to put my body through, that for another couple of years to then, I'm going to be fucking 33 next year. 33 next year? Yeah.
Millions of times.
So if I was to compete after that again,
Yeah.
then we're talking another off-season, then we're talking another prep, and then this time I'm going to be, I probably wouldn't be in a position where I probably just would fucking keep going.
Yeah.
I'd keep just competing for the sake of competing.
Totally.
So I think as for females, it has that expiry date
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's so young though, 17 to want to compete.
No, I know. But yeah, so basically, usually if you're younger, usually it's because you come from a family of bodybuilders.
I suppose. Well, I never thought of that actually, yeah.
You've kind of been brought up around about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fair.
Fair enough.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
You get any,
You get any
do wanna
questions
ask?
still?
No?
Get them out.
Oh, I have got questions from my client.
Yeah.
Can I ask you them?
Yeah. Oh no.
What's your favourite glute exercise and why?
As you're actually asking that,
Yeah. What's your favourite glute exercise and why?
I just walk around and get glutes. Don't know.
My big butt.
I love a Bulgarian split squat.
I would say if an RDL. I'm a hinger. I'm a hinger
Yeah.
over a squatter, man.
Are you?
I'm a brilliant
You're
hinger.
a really good hinger.
I'm
She's a
really good at
brilliant-
that
I'm
hinging.
brilliant at hinging.
She's
I'm
fucking
fucking
class
shite
hinging.
at squat.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. I do like a split squat.
I like a split squat.
Split squat. Smith machine though. For stability.
Maybe. I actually love our glute builder machine that we've got.
Is that the one where you're like,
You're coming forward.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it good?
the
I need
it's
to come
good,
through and
though.
try
oh,
it.
you need to come through.
I will need to come
Definitely.
through. True.
What's your favourite? What did you say your split squat?
I
A
like
Bulgarian?
a split squat
On a Smith?
on the Smith, but also the glutinator.
Yeah.
The glutinator's
Glutinator's
like
good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, but I think I feel more of like egotistical when I do the Smiths. Smith, because I'm probably better at it. I'm like, let's push some heavy weight. Okay, so, which one will I do? Okay. What are there common mistakes you see women making in fitness?
Like just gym pop people?
Yeah.
Like in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, hundreds.
Where do I
Listening to
start?
Far too many.
Listening to their granny tell them that they shouldn't be eating after 8 p.m. and they shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z, and let's take all these pishy, whatever current diet is on there, and you just go,
I know, 100%.
yeah, it's see all
many
the shit
cooks.
see all the shit you think's right, it's probably wrong.
I think too many cooks spoil thy broth, innit?
Oh my God, see some of the stuff I've heard, I actually go, what?
Oh God, see as well. Like, God, here I fucking talk about competing again. Here I am, but like as a prep coach, oh my God, it's all. Well, this person's doing this, and this person should say I should be doing this at this point. What do you think? I'm like, just stick.
100%. I
plan.
see that. My pet hate is people trying to coach your coach drives me crazy.
Trying to coach.
So have you ever took on somebody new, right?
Yeah.
And you think they'll be quite good because they do train and they're quite switched on, and then you'll tell them to do something and they'll go, I've always done it this way though. And I'm like, well, you wouldn't be here if it worked, would you? Like, and they'll be like, yeah, but what about this? And see, in the past, I've always done it. And I'm like, so why are you here?
So I would think I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're like, yeah, well, did it work for you? No, right, this is why we're doing it this way.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, it's so irritating.
Right, I'll give you one more. What nutrition advice do you think is overrated or outdated?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a
Isn't it?
very good question.
I hate being put in a spot.
I think for me, it's like, stop following the latest fad and keep it simple. See Whole Foods. Like, I think people think too much about, I should be eating, like, oh, but should I be adding this supplement in to, and it's like, eat Whole Foods. Like, eat Whole Foods, move more.
Yeah, that's
Don't eat like a pig.
overcomplicated, isn't it?
Like, it's like, see back in the day before all this shite came out, people just ate, like, regular foods. Whereas now it's almost, there's too many choices. There's too many fad diets. There's too many, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and it's like, oh, can we just simplify it? Go back to the good old days of like protein, carb, veg,
Yep.
and keep it simple. Don't overthink it.
Do you remember the Special K diet?
Yes. I think I did that.
I was
younger.
on
never
that
did it.
when I was like,
I
I
love
must have been
Special
about
K, but
See, to be fair,
10.
you'd love to. Do you remember ever like you'd come in, your mum be like, oh, there's no that right. We're having cereal right for dinner, and you're like, yes, we are.
I love Special K, man. It's amazing.
I love cereal.
Oh,
I could
no.
easily eat a full box of cereal.
Yeah, I never eat cereal, but I do like it. I think like bodybuilders get such a bad rap for like the way they eat, don't they? Because it's like, oh no, I don't want to eat all that fucking chicken and rice. But they've just nailed it down so well to like, it's simple, it's normal food that isn't overcomplicated. They make it taste nice. It travels well. Like,
Yeah.
why is everybody hating on it so much?
I
Like,
know.
it's
Yeah.
they've got it right. I think people hate on it because they know it's right, and they're like, "Oh, that's shite in
Yeah.
it." But like, they've got it right. It's like, you know, most people should. And there's loads of things you just said, the Whole Foods thing, right? And people that grinds my gears now because people are like so obsessed with like Whole Foods and processed foods and like everything's fucking processed.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
They're like, yeah, but you eat all that way and that's processed. Aye, that's fucking processed.
Yep.
Aye, like that's
Also
processed
just
food. Like
whey.
nobody's saying don't eat any fucking processed foods. Don't eat anything that's ultra processed. We're
Yeah.
just saying like, see, like 90% of the time, just eat a single ingredient food.
Yeah. But it's when people say
Make it
things
yourself,
like,
basically. See if you're confused what Whole Foods is.
yeah,
Make it yourself.
Yep.
yeah, exactly. Like, just keep it simple.
See if you
and
just make it yourself.
Yeah.
It's Whole Foods.
don't do stupid. The other thing is the stupid diets where people will go, but I lost X amount in this diet, and I'm like, yeah, because you're on a calorie deficit. See if you ate normal and we're just in a calorie deficit. The same thing with that. Like, you don't need to live
People
off the
just
soup.
really
Like-
refuse to believe the simplicity, don't they?
Yeah.
They really don't want to think that it's that simple. And they're like,
But
can
it
it be
is,
that simple?
Yeah, and they'll say, I don't drop weight. And it's like, hey, if I dropped your arse in Africa right now, in a month's time, your weight would be done. Trust me.
It's just consistency. That is the biggest thing. The biggest issue, I think, is it's the consistency. Like, you can eat fucking a high amount of carbohydrates and still drop body fat as long as you're fucking
Absolutely.
consistent with your diet week in, week out. Not consistent Monday through to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, fuck it, let's get a Domino's and
That's exactly it.
let's go for, you know, a couple of bottles of wine or whatever. Like, consistency.
Yeah.
Do you know what I find as well? And I think that, you know, it's nice to be like that, the coach. It's like, you know, do it for the health and do it in your own time, like, which everybody should be doing, right? But
Yeah.
I think people these days lack they've got a severe lack of just fucking getting in and getting a job done, right? People are just like, people can't, like you say, like commit to things, you know? See if you're going to, like, anytime I've ever dieted, right, I've been like, I'm going to do it in so many weeks and I'm fucking doing it. I'm not pissing about like, oh, but I've got a holiday then and I want to go out for my pal's birthday. Like, fuck's sake, man. See if you're just
Yeah.
committed and just commit, man. For like, get a wee bash. Like
Yeah.
4 months and just like try it for 4 months. Like actually go
Yeah,
like
lock in.
try and lock in for a bit
Yeah, 100%.
and like commit to something and see it through. Like, you know, rather than being like, oh, it's quite hard now. I don't really know if I've got that same goal. It's like, you know,
yeah.
I just
It's-
think people lack commitment.
It's definitely a drive thing because I've spoken to this about clients where they'll say to me, but see, for my wedding, I was able to drop all that weight. And I'm like, that's because you had that, you had that goal there. It's difficult when they've not got the goal.
Yep.
And it's just trying to encourage people that we talk about this all the time. It's that whole maintenance thing that people just can't get on top of.
Yep.
Like, they really struggle with finding the balance of you can be in shape all year round. It's work.
Yep.
But you can do it.
Yep.
But it's hard to explain that to someone that isn't, because a lot of people might be now going, but it's easy for you a lot because you enjoy training. And I'm like, you think some days, like when I've been working all day, you'll be the same. And I know I need to go train legs that I can be arsed.
Fuck that, I know.
100%.
It's not, it's just a discipline now. You've just locked that in of, I say this to my clients, I'm like, you have to see yourself as you're just someone that trains, right? And what I mean by that is like, I'm going to guess there's days you come in for work and you're going to bed and you can't be arsed brushing your teeth. But you need to brush your teeth.
Yep.
And you need to go to work even when you can't be bothered. So it's almost like make it a non-negotiable like your work.
Yep.
The days people go up and go, I can't be bothered going to work day, you're not going to go, yeah, I'm not going to go to work. It's like, they're good at your work. Like, you need to see training that way of, it's on the list today and it's non-negotiable. I just need to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. You need just fucking.
It's weird that people don't like training, innit? I mean, don't get me wrong, I can't be arsed training probably 90% of the time. Like, I'm in the gym, I'm like, like, I'd love to up the road. Even the other day, you were like, going into train legs, and I was like, so man, I was like, just want to go up the road.
I know.
But as soon as you like do your first warm up, you're like, oh, that's it. Like, you're in it. It's like you need to go over the wee hurdle, like just get over that wee hurdle and then it's good. It is weird when people don't like training. I'm like, oh, weird, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they've not done it long enough that like I genuinely now train for up here because I'm not joking. I would be like divorced and in jail right now if I don't train. Because I'm like, that's my
That's
I
your
need
time.
to go switch off.
That's your time. It is always like you're calming the chaos, isn't it? And like even like so like see for some days like and I know that I'm 12, 13 hours, I need to go and pick my niece and nephew up and then I'm in the studio and I'm like, I don't have the mental fucking capacity to train today. Like I always need to remind myself, and I have it days as well. It's like you can't let your emotions drop your own standards. Like you've got higher standards than this.
100%.
This is why you're trying to do what people can't do because it's no fucking easy.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like I think people as well think that we as bodybuilders it's fucking normal for us. All we train and we eat. No, but I still work fucking a full-time job plus also a fucking part-time job in the fucking
100%.
studio. Still got family, still got friends, I still got a man. I'm planning a fucking wedding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've got a house to run.
Yeah.
Like and I train legs 4 times a week, which takes me 2.5 hours a session.
Aye.
Like the time that I have is literally this much in a day.
Yeah.
I can't even sit down in the sofa until like 9:30 at night. If I sat down at fucking 4:30, I'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
So like there's days that I don't fucking want to go and train. I don't, but I'm like
course.
I'm not emotionally letting my standards drop. Like
No.
there's not a chance.
And that's exactly it. Like everyone, you should care about yourself enough to do that.
Of course it is.
Like
just
that's what I
standards,
say.
like
It's
personal
like
standards, innit?
keep your standard high because it changes who you are as a person as well. It makes you like a better person that way as well.
Yep.
Definitely.
Agree.
And you're right, like there's a reason everybody doesn't kick about in incredible shape. I mean, it's like it's hard. It's not everybody wants to do it.
Aye.
No.
You know, like and it takes a fucking discipline to do that. So
Yeah.
if you are doing it, like fucking fair play.
Fair play. Hats off to you.
Yep, you're one of the smaller percentage that's there.
I know.
Go and fucking get that under that leg press and go and smash it out.
There'll be so many women there in the leg press like, yeah,
Come on, come on. 5
We're all going to stand around you and clap. Like,
also,
yes.
if you're listening to this when you're on a leg press, like get to fuck man, get some music on. Like
Aye.
don't listen to a podcast.
Get some banging
I had a
beats on.
client once that used to listen to like books. Like
Yeah, I've done that.
no,
No.
I have
not
done
when
that.
you're training.
Not
Like,
in a leg session. But see if it's like
and
a
she's
push
like,
and
oh,
I'm
that's
in a
just what I
weird
like to
mood.
listen to. I was like, no, get that off.
No.
Yeah.
I listen to Disney.
No.
For a bit Disney.
I love Disney.
No,
when I'm
I hate
training.
Disney.
My music range, like,
You
the-
can't tell I hate Disney. I feel like I
Do-
give off that I hate Disney vibe.
Because your man, he's
Anti-Disney.
yeah.
yeah,
So
I think David would
he's
be
a
a
rocker.
bit like...
rocker.
It's a rocker.
He's
Do you,
definitely a
do you
rocker.
listen to the rocker stuff?
No, not when I'm training, no. I'm a dance, like a
Kind of
sort
trance.
of
Yeah.
trance house.
DJ Rankin?
No.
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 Oh, anybody listen to DJ Rankin?
No.
I think I have listened to DJ Rankin.
DJ Rankin.
I put on the mix playlist and I'm
No.
like, whatever. So 1 minute
Dance,
I could be
hip-hop,
listening to trance or your husband's
grime.
band, or I'm like, no joke, when Ross came over the other day and pulled my earphones away, he was like, you listen to Elton John? And I'm like, I'm still standing. Like, it is an absolute shit.
I need something has to come from like, I don't like metal weirdly, but something has to come from like I can't be happy.
No.
Yeah.
Not that I hate myself when I'm training, but like it needs to be like emotion. Like I want to know somebody came for the bottom and they're at the top. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's totally fair.
I'm pure 8 Mile in it.
Well,
Like-
Disney music is, what do you think it's all about? That is...
No,
hello.
but it's happy came for the. It's like sad. Like I'm sad and I'm at the top. But Eminem's raging about it.
No, that's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's true.
You know, something that's funny you said that. What I used to actually do years and years ago was listen to my grand's funeral song.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. What
That's-
was it?
Oh, like, it was fucking Elvis. And,
No.
and I remember because it made me feel sad. So I was like, if I'm sad, I'm going to push
Well,
hard.
yeah, it's like an emotion thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's funny, like, as well, just talking about training and tapping into, do you do this, right? And me and Jordan speak about it often. And
Right.
I don't think it's fucking normal, right? But basically, we base our sets upon something bad happening.
Oh my god, I do this all the
Yeah.
time. I say this to every client. I
Do
go
you?
life or death.
Like my kids is at
I
the
always,
end of
I
that leg
always say
press.
life or death to them, and they go fucking hell, and I'm like, no, life or death. You
Yeah.
should be going to
Yeah,
say life
yeah.
or death.
So we, like, this is why trauma can actually be very beneficial.
Yeah.
So, like, when we were going through something rough, I'd be like, right, if I don't get the 9th rep on this person's going to die.
Yeah. I think
I
that
do
with
that
my
quite a
kids, I'm
lot.
like, I need to lift this to save my kids.
Yeah.
That's what I
How
go by.
weird are we?
But
Yeah,
then
it's
if you think
definitely-
about it with training, right, if you go in and you do a set, right, the 8th rep is like, how the fuck did you get that rep? It's so hard, right? And then the next week you get a 9, you're like, how? How did I couldn't get the 8 last week?
I know, it's
so you
weird.
must tap into something.
Yeah, you
That
definitely
isn't
tap
just
into
like a
something.
muscle fibre.
Yeah.
It's
Like
weird,
it has
innit?
to be like some sort of
Yeah.
emotion
I
that's
suppose
like
music comes out of that as well. How many times have we all done this? You're about to go and you're like, I need to wait, the beat drops. I can't move yet.
yeah.
Hold on. There it is.
Yeah.
Did we go?
Every time.
Every
single time.
The many times I'm sitting there and she's like, "Wait, 1 minute. There we go.
Every single time, man.
I think that in the gym all the time when there's the tunes on, I feel bad for clients. I'm like, do you want to put your headphones on? Like, and they're like,
Aye.
I'm on a PT session. I'm like, I know, but
You need to do it.
It's
Give
shite,
me that,
innit?
yeah.
I'd be like, I'm not doing a set to this. Like, turn
I
that.
know.
Like, fucking
I know.
hell.
Oh, it's so important. People don't get it.
No, I know, it's funny. That's why trauma is sometimes all right. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But that's a good tip for training, isn't it? Because people don't know think of things like that. Like, you know, like you do have to train hard, and if you need to find emotion from somewhere or whatever gets you through, maybe that is happy, maybe that is sad. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like, you know, how many times have you seen people just? I seen a woman years ago in the leg extension when I worked in JD. I had a client, and my client did the leg extension. I'm doing the leg extension motion if you can't see me. That's a leg extension, by the way. She did the leg extension, and then she did that thing where, you know, you get out dead, you need to like jump
you need to
out
jump
so
out.
fast.
I do
like,
that all the time in the
So
leg
she's
extension.
jumping out, like catching herself in the thing, whatever, and we turned round to the leg extension as a woman on it with a book like
stop
actual book, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Part of me was just so jealous. I was like, fucking love to be on the leg
What a
extension of a
life.
book.
See if you're not, it was like
Well, life
someone
would-
was filming a video the other day of them like extension. Can't even remember who it was, and I thought they're literally sitting like that. How are you not braced? Like, how are you? That's not heavy enough. If you're not holding your arms
Definitely not.
into that seat,
Definitely
that's
not.
not heavy enough.
But I love people like doing like mad things. I'm like, oh god, they're like on there with pal. Oh, you up to this weekend? And I'm like, fuck me, man. What are you doing? Fucking hell.
Have you ever trained with a client though? They do that. Oh god, love them. It's not recently. My clients are always really good, but in the past, I've been like, right, I'll train my client. And now there's a gym etiquette, but see when you're doing a fucking heavy session, you better not be speaking to me. Like,
Oh, 100%.
right? And they're literally trying to hold conversation with you, and you're like, and you're looking at them like, why are you talking to me right now? Or they can talk to you, and I'm like, that's not heavy enough.
I know.
Get more weight
So
on
annoying.
that.
It's like when you're at the dentist and you're like opening your mouth and they're trying to talk to you, and you're like,
Aye.
like I'm
No,
not a canny.
there's nothing worse.
Like, stop. The one thing that really irritates me, Jordan, I know you're going to be listening to this. One thing that I'm got my earphones in, hype myself up, the chorus is coming in, it's ready to go, and then he goes like that, taps me, and says something, and I'm like,
Oh
What?
no, that's so annoying.
what is that? He's like, oh no, on you go. I'm like,
You need to go through the
Fucking
process of
tell me,
getting on.
Jordan,
Tell
aye,
me.
stop.
tell me. He's like, no, it's fine, just go tell you later. I'm like, fucking, you've absolutely fucked it now. Like, makes me rage.
Says pure ruined.
Like, actually makes an agent sorry if you listen to this, Jordan.
Oh, man.
At least he knows next for next
He
time.
definitely knows now.
I know. Have we got any more questions?
I think that was it. I think we could wrap it up there, eh?
Yeah.
That's quite a lot.
It was good,
I feel like we could just carry on. I could talk to
I know this
James.
always happens. I know, like,
We need wine. Come on, just get the wine out.
I know we said we're doing a part 2 with Jen when we're going to bring wine. I'm bringing
Yeah.
wine.
Are you?
Yeah, it's
I think we should
okay.
bring
What,
wine.
a red or
Come
a
in,
white?
innit?
I'll come.
I'll bring it. We
Should-
could just
should
do a
get
4.
Tayla.
Fuck me, we'd need to book it out for about
That'd
5
be
hours.
hilarious.
I'll bring the Prosecco.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we'll be like, can we watch that back to cut out any bits we don't
We
like?
should do that. We should do a 4 and we'll bring wine
We so
Prosecco.
should.
I
That'd be
love
so
Jen.
funny.
Yeah.
Jen's so good.
She is
isn't she?
amazing.
I know, she's
Yeah,
so
she's
good.
gonna. You should come on as well then, definitely
is.
for
Yeah, we
part
could do a
2.
4.
We do it for her.
I think that'd be so good. Yeah.
We'll bounce off each other pretty well.
I
See,
would
actually,
definitely.
when we went to Europe, God, here we go. I'm talking again. Sorry.
So we're wrapping up.
So we're wrapping up. But anyway, I've got something else to tell you. So remember, see when you had your seminar,
Yeah.
and then Jen was like, "I need to go, but what's your topic about?" And I was like, basically, to tell people to stop being assholes to women. And she's like, "Yes, yes," and I'm like, "Yes," and I just love
That
her.
could be the name of
You're
the
mad
of
people.
the 4 one then. Stop being an
Yeah.
arsehole to women.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Okay, we've done it.
Power to
Aye.
the women.
I know. Oh, Taylor, it's been so good having you on.
I know, thanks very much for coming
Thanks
on.
for
Aye,
having me.
It's an
Thank
absolute.
you.
We're definitely going to get you back on.
We'll put everybody's contact, like Instagrams and stuff, at the bottom of the YouTube
Yeah.
and the Spotify and stuff. Do you want to punt anything while you're on here? Coaching?
What bunting?
Not drugs.
Kidding on.
OnlyFans?
So my Instagram is Tayla_OneWolf UK, and I coach online. And
Yeah.
if you would like information, go to my Instagram. And I'm also a posing coach, school of posing, and I teach in Evolution Kilmarnock. And yeah, guys, that's really it.
There you go. Do you
Amazing.
want to punt anything, Nikki?
No, I think I'm good. You know the usual drill on Instagram.
I've got online coaching spaces.
Yeah.
If somebody wants a coach.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Not PT, sorry.
Fully
yeah,
booked.
online. Yeah.
Fully booked. Too good.
Booked and busy.
Aye.
Thanks very much.
I know. Do the horns.
Do the horns. Throw the horns.
Where am I looking?
Oh, I keep doing it wrong.
Where did I look?
If you want a good still, in the camera.
On the camera.
There we
If
go.
I still to keep going.
No, you told it for like, we usually hold it for about 10 minutes.
Fuck off.